Alright, so I wanted to make a video and ask this question to my fellow occult practitioners, witches, magicians, people involved in esoterics. I want to know how many of you were born into or somehow got involved into some kind of religious cult when you were younger. And the reason I want to know, or I'm asking that question, is because I was involved, actually, I was kind of born into a religious cult. My parents were Jehovah Witnesses, okay? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I feel that this cult kind of gave me my start with magic and practicing witchcraft. Okay, I've done a video about this on a previous channel that I can't log into when I was younger. So I decided to kind of like rehash it and just kind of like talk about what I went through and what I discovered, being involved in that. So I'm not going to make this video too long. I'll just kind of get to the point. But so when I was younger, when I was little, I would say about maybe 3 or 4 years old, my parents got involved with the Jehovah Witnesses through family members. And so because of that, I was sort of raised in it all the way until I decided to leave home. I left home around, 16, 17 years old. And the religion was very strict and it was very dogmatic and it was very, very much a cult. We weren't really allowed to associate with people who were not part of the religion. In fact, those people were called worldly. And they put a lot of emphasis on things that they deemed wrong or bad, such as homosexuality and premarital sex, but especially the occult or anything related to magic or sorcery or divination. And I already had felt, as soon as I was able to have thoughts and opinions of my own at a really young age, I always felt kind of outside of that. Like I didn't really belong to their way of thinking at a really, really young age, where most kids are more concerned about playing with toys. I was really concerned with my thoughts, and one thing I discovered, being in this religion is all the hypocrisy. So my father's uncle was an elder in the Jehovah's Witness religion, and he had this Bible that he gave to my father, and it was a huge Bible that only elders could have, right? And I used to go through it, and in the back of the Bible there was pictures and tables of like the zodiac and a lot of Freemason symbols and imagery, which really sparked my interest. And I never really would talk too much about it to my dad or my uncle or my parents because they really didn't give me a clear answer. So I kind of just kept it to myself. But I realized, going to school and I didn't have very many friends. So I stayed a lot in the library, and I would look up things on, magic and the occult, books on that sort of thing, because it was so forbidden in the religion. And I've always been drawn to it even more because it was forbidden. And they put such a taboo on it. It just piqued my interest more. I've always been the kind of person that when you told me no, I would probably do it anyway. So I saw a lot of similarities in the books that I was reading at school and the library on magic and the occult. And I would see these symbols in the Bible, right? And I always wanted to know why these were in the Bible, if it was so wrong and it was so bad, right? So that kind of got my gears running even more and more and more, to where it piqued my interest in witchcraft, even, to the point where I got completely enveloped in the practice. So like I was saying, so being so enveloped and involved in this practice at 11 years old, you know, at the time I had books that taught me and kind of opened the door for me to practice secretly at a very young age. This religion really, I have to blame for me being the way that I am now in this practice and in this. It's not a lifestyle, okay? This is just who I am now. So I wonder how many of you out there have gone through something similar or have dealt with something like that and opened the road for you to get involved in magic and in witchcraft. And do you have any memories? Like, I have a lot of memories that I thought were part of just the religion itself, but as I've gotten older, now that I'm in my early 30s, I realized all of it was very much occult related. And it was very, very hidden in front of everybody's eyes. What everybody thought they were doing was so Christian or so, you know, of God. It really was magic, you know? And it was almost like they were brainwashed into performing some kind of unknown ritual for a higher purpose, I guess. I don't know. But I probably sound crazy. So if I do, I'm sorry. But I just wanted to put that out there and just kind of get some feedback from all of you out there to see, you know, what your experiences were and how did you get involved in the craft? How long have you been practicing? What have you learned along the way? So, anyways.